But it's kind of interesting, right? We're finally coming to the end of another year. And like, you're sitting here now like we did a year ago, and you kind of think what will happen next year and so on. And now if you look back on whatever we were talking about last year is probably so different from what it actually ended up being, which is kind of crazy, right? You're kind of like making all those predictions, you have all those thoughts and ideas, and then suddenly a lot of other stuff you don't even expect it could happen.
Yeah, but like in a sense, when new year is always starting, I hope for the best. It's good let's say the first month, month and a half. Then some situations are happening and I'm like, okay, this year is not going to be my year whatsoever. And you sit after a year and months passing by and you realize that it wasn't a bad year, to be honest.
I mean, so many things have happened, right? Like I got a new job, you
lost a
moved.
job.
Yeah, lost a job, but you moved in with Michael, moved into a new place.
Yes, that's 100% something that wasn't on my bingo sheet. I would say it is quite interesting because like it just shows you that everything is kind of like a process. And it doesn't matter if year in general has some bad moments and bad situation happening. In general, it could be a good year.
Yeah, and I guess like even the bad things sometimes just gives you good things you don't think about. Like, yeah, you lost your job in that way, but you also managed to be much more in Poland than you've been able to do previous years.
Yeah, that's true. And I think like the big realization on my part is that I would never get involved in learning Swedish if I would not lose a job. I would pretend and learn like cutesy little stuff. But the progress that I have made over the last 3 weeks, it's bigger progress that I've made over the last 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's totally different when you do it every day, right? So yeah, it's very interesting how things sometimes turn up how you don't think they will turn up. But talking about the podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Sip Away. This is going to be the last one for 2025 since we're already in late December.
So my name is Inga.
And my name is Nicholas.
Okay, so Nicholas, since you caught me off guard with that intro, maybe we can continue talking about the stuff we managed to do 2025.
Why
the
not?
Stuff you are grateful for. I saw a really, really good trend on, I don't know if that was Instagram or TikTok, but people were preparing like a pie for the New Year's. And then we're handing out a piece of paper with a stick that you can stick the paper into the cake. And you had to write one thing that you're grateful for. And I feel like it is such a good way of appreciating at least one thing that you managed to do, because I don't think anyone would be like, okay, I didn't manage to do a single thing over the year. But like, since we are hosting this podcast, we don't have to go with one thing. Could you give me the list of the things you're proud for this year? And it doesn't have to be like a big thing, the one that like you're in general happy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would have to start by saying it's getting a new job, because that has been really nice. I'm going from working more like weekends, night and so on to more a regular Monday to Friday 85, which has kind of like, made me able to get the routine. So I think that is very high on my list.
So how is it? How would you say? I feel like you're more happy, and I think that the company is taking care of you way more.
Yeah, no, I really like it. I really enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying it. It's really nice, and it has been a really good transition, So I'm really happy about that. But more than work as well, I also enjoyed like all the few travels I've been able to do this year as well. That has been really nice to kind of like keep up the routine as well. And also,
what's the routine?
I don't know, going from work.
London,
home.
Greece. Oh, okay. The work-related travels. I thought that you meant like the going out of the country travels, that you have a routine right now.
No. I mean, the routine of when it actually comes with a new job and the more 8 to 5 as well, you kind of end up doing more things in a schedule because you actually can have a schedule. So as much as I like that, it's also nice to being able to change that as well. I managed to go to Scotland. That has been on my list for a long time, since I'm always kind of been interested in whiskey as well.
The Scottish man
So,
for me.
it was like the combination of the nature and the whiskey that made that a very fun trip.
So Scotland has been on your list for how many years?
I mean, for a while, I don't remember exactly how many years, but it's always been like a very beautiful place, like from all the pictures and everything, like the highlands and the nature and so on has been a very, very beautiful every time you see any kind of picture. So it was very, and I also liked whiskey, right? So it's like two interesting combinations in one
Yeah.
that made it a really good choice as well. And it's from Sweden, it's also not that far away, so it's easy to just get away for a few days. But what would you say is like the biggest things you're happy about for 2025?
It's gonna sound silly, but 100% losing a job. I think at the beginning it was like the scariest thing that could happen, but in the long run, I'm super happy about it because first of all, I was able to invest my time in the relationship that probably I would not step into just because I had a job and I was in the rush and I didn't have much belief into process and meeting slowly and dating slowly and taking slow steps. And I think losing a job kind of slowed me down with everything and just showed me that life is something more that going to job and running around and do a lot and okay to enjoy small little things.
Yeah, exactly. And it gives you like time for other things as well, right? You mentioned before, now you managed to do like Swedish much more often and do that daily as well. That kind of helped you much more than all the other years combined in a way.
that's 100%. So like starting Swedish would be like another one because I've started already twice before this one and I've never sticked in, and this one is the first one that like I'm waking up every single day at 7 to be in school at 8. So I'm super proud of myself and doing those steps, just getting into routine 100%. I am super proud of us releasing the podcast because that was like a long goal that at some point I wasn't sure that we will manage to achieve. Like we will record a lot, but like, are we gonna have enough faith in ourselves to release it?
Yeah, exactly.
But like we jumped and I'm super happy about it.
So many trial and errors, and then it was just
Exactly.
just do it.
Yeah, because it feels good. So that I think personally I'm in the best place I could be with my friends and family. So I cleansed this year and just managed to get closer with the people that are there for me. And I think this year started super intense, but at the same time, I would say that the vibes of the year is just getting into your inner peace and finding where you're supposed to be. And I'm ending this year knowing more who I am than I was a year ago. I know what I want. I know what makes me happy. I know when I have to take break from social events and just like focus on myself. And I'm at peace. This year was like showing you the way to find peace within yourself and your surrounding. So yeah, I think it's super nice.
Yeah, I agree. And I think like the conclusion is like, I think it has been a good year for both of us. And like you said, I'm also like extremely proud of actually releasing the first podcast episode and finally doing it after all this time. And talking about
it couldn't be a bad year. You were there, I was there, we were together recording, having fun. Like how that year could be bad.
But talking about the podcast and the actual title of it, Sip Away, what are you drinking right now? That's a very interesting question.
Okay.
Since we're closer to the festive times.
People don't hate me. No, I'm having a Mariestad Export. I was introduced to that beer 4 years ago, I think, during summer. And I feel like it's a perfect chill little beer to have on the side because it's not that strong. It's in a small can. How much is it? 330 milli? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And the flavor is like nice. It's a nice lager, but it's not a watery lager, I guess.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the good pluses of actually recording on a Saturday, right? You can also have a little nice beer with the recording.
Also, that was a stupid question. What am I drinking? Any beer you have in your fridge?
I mean, it could be a coffee, you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Or a glass of wine.
Yeah, but like, since we always recording at your place, the question would be like, oh, Nicholas, what are you serving?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay, so I made a cutesy little list of pop culture events that happened in 2025.
Okay, this will be interesting because sometimes when those kind of quizzes or lists and stuff come up, you kind of hear something that happened like in January or February, and you're like, wait, was that this year? You tend to remember just like the last month or something.
Yeah.
So this will be very interesting. I'm very curious.
We all know that the year started off strong, and I think one of the first main events was the Nosferatu Baby Girl collab. Not really a collab, but them releasing the movie similar time when everyone was memeing about Baby Ratu. So I think somehow maybe not everyone was involved in that movement of like either seeing Baby Girl or Nosferatu, but I think Nosferatu, the remake, was somehow important for us this year. So that was the one. Then the next one, okay, I think it was February. TikTok was supposed to be banned in US.
Oh yeah, that was this year as well. I remember that. All the articles about at this day it will get banned, and some people getting out like, oh, this is how we do this, and people leaking secrets because they were sure it will never come back and it will disappear forever, and it was their last day. It was a total chaos.
I remember the fitness influencers saying that they actually got the BBL, that the butt exercises are not
everyone was just spilling the secret because they were so sure that TikTok will end.
Yeah, and then they're like, how long was it gone? Like 24 hours? Less?
Yeah, it was not long. It was like... You hear it was gone, and then suddenly you read the news again. It was like back up again. It was there again. So yeah, everyone that exposed themselves. Oops.
Oh, my favorite one. Katy Perry taking trip to space.
Oh yeah, that was also discussed a lot. And also this,
the meme when she got back and she leaned down and kissed the earth. I don't know. Obviously she didn't change much from like, let's say 2010, 2012 when she was on top and whatever, because she was always like a bit cringy artist and stuff like that. But like the whole trip to Earth and trip to space and going back to Earth, I don't know. And then the little costume that I don't think it was like even an astronaut costume. It kind of looked like, I don't know, Spice Girl type of costume for the road trip.
Yeah, exactly. I think the previous Pope passed away as well.
Oh yeah, Franciszek.
Exactly. So that was also one big news that were everywhere, and a big new discussion as well, that you kind of forgotten that it was this year because it was so early in the year.
True, that's true. What more? The whole Super Bowl Kendrick Lamar performance.
Oh yeah, the whole... Maybe you can explain to, if someone hasn't seen it, kind of what happened, so they're following along as well.
Okay, so basically, I think the beef between Drake and most of the rap artists in the US started in 2024. But then Kendrick was the one being the most intense with Drake. So they record back and forth at least 3 diss tracks. One of them was Not Like Us. And that one got viral because it was like quite upbeat and funny and stuff like that. And I think because it got viral, obviously he was chosen to be an artist for the Super Bowl, and then he performed that one. He literally performed the diss on Drake as an opening for Super Bowl. I think CEO Coldplay drama.
Oh yeah, when all those articles start coming around and the pictures, and then technically the fake letters from the CEO as well that came out and was published on Reddit, what he said that he hadn't said, and then the whole conspiracy and drama as well were crazy. And the way he reacted, I think, is what started it all.
Yeah, because I think because like she also started hiding.
Yeah, it feels like if you try to explain to someone how to look guilty, you just show them this video.
Yeah, 100%. I'm convinced that this year was a cleansing year. If one of the tarot energetic girlies can confirm that, I would like to know, because for me it's just 2025, 100% karma year.
Yeah. But I think it's always interesting, like when you actually look back on a year and you reflect on it, you start realizing like so many more things have happened. So I think one thing we do here at home, which I think is kind of fun, in order to remember all the small things that happens, is like once a week you write something that happens that week and you put it away in a jar. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be like you had a good day at work, or something nice happened, or whatever made you feel good that week. You put it away in a jar. Then at the end of the year, you kind of read through all those comments and ideas, and then you see that it's not all the big things that are important as well, right? You see all the small things that made you happen throughout the weeks, because it's not just like, oh, this big event, right? It's small, nice things that happen all the time that you're really happy about, and maybe they're not exactly that big to make an impact, but right then they were very important. So it's always nice being able to go back and look at them.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, more about my personal things that I achieved. I've seen Charlie XCX live. I experienced a broad summer, and I started my sourdough journey, and I convinced my friends to start their sourdough journey.
Yeah, I mean, now currently we have had our sourdough for a few weeks. It's very interesting to kind of like, you kind of feel very proud in a way when you look at it. Like you feed it, then you look at it, it's kind of doubled in size, and you're like, ooh, we kind of actually made this. It's very fun.
That's amazing.
So I think, the sourdough, I think was a very new and fun new hobby.
Okay, I want to know the destinations you traveled last year. Apart from Scotland, obviously, we talked about it.
Yeah, so last year, was the way I used to work, right? I used to work at nights and weekends and so on, which kind of had a very unique schedule. So I ended up getting every 3 weeks or approximately once a month, a few days connected to each other. So I was kind of able to travel within that period. So I ended up going to Poland to visit you. That was very fun. And then I went to France, and then I went to Greece, and then to Scotland, as we talked about. More than that, let's see. Here we have some 5 questions that are, just short answers, very fast, just a few seconds. Don't think about it too much, and let's see what you come up with.
Okay.
Number 1, best decision of the year.
Oh my God. Moving in with Michael.
Worst decision of the year.
I was going to say the same. But worst decision of the year, I feel like pushing myself to do some stuff with the people that I'm not sure of.
Biggest surprise.
Biggest surprise. It's upcoming. We're going to talk about it next episode.
Best memory.
Best memory. God, this is a hard one because I have like...
Go for the first thing that comes to mind.
Best memory. Do you remember when we did a shootout of podcast pics in my apartment?
Yep.
And then we went to grab a beer.
Yep.
Yeah, I have this memory of like this hangout, and I don't know, us just having a really good time then.
Perfect. And then last one thing you're proud of.
100% my Swedish, which is funny because it's not so great, but like I'm proud of.
I mean, it's still a nice progress, and that's what you should be, proud of. Nice. So that was 5 quick questions.
I don't like quick questions. I don't know. I cannot trust myself in that sense. Okay, then let's ping pong back to you.
Okay.
Top 5 things you would recommend our listeners. With the first one being a discovery of the year.
Discovery of the year.
It can be like cooking, hobby, movie, anything.
Yeah, I would say the book series I start reading, the Thursday Murder Club.
Okay. So I'm guessing the book also will be like a Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah, that was our next question. Then, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A movie that you would recommend that you've watched?
I haven't seen a lot of movies, but I saw Weapons and actually really liked it.
Okay.
It was a bit weird, but it was kind of fun.
Okay. That's a good movie. I like that answer. A series.
Ooh, a series.
Because I know you're more like a series guy.
Yeah,
Right?
I think it was called House of Guinness, but the one about the Guinness Brewery.
Oh, my parents also recommended that one. Okay, an artist or a song?
Ooh, an artist or a song. I would say I started to listen to a lot of country this year, and I'm actually gonna see him in Gothenburg when it comes. So Luke Combs.
Luke Combs. Okay. And your favorite memory of 2025?
Ooh, that is a long one. But I actually remember when I was in Greece on vacation, and I had the second interview. I was kind of waiting for my phone to ring. Was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a phone call today to know if I'm gonna get the job or not. And answering that phone, I'm hearing like, oh yeah, you're offered a job. That part I remember.
That's a cute one. That's a nice one. Probably you were super happy.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, since we kind of closed off the last year, I was thinking that maybe we can think about the stuff we want to start in the 2026.
Absolutely.
Do you have any expectations regarding the new year and any goals and hopes and wishes?
I mean, I kind of excited about the New Year's, right? Because now a lot of things happened in 2025, like we talked about. So now just enjoying all those good things that have happened. I'm excited to actually do a whole year of podcast because we release in 2025, but we have just managed. I think when this is coming out, it will be 3 episodes in 2025. So it will be kind of fun to do a whole year of podcasting and see how that will go in the long run. So I think that's something I'm really looking forward to. And you?
I think I'm quite curious because I'm gonna have like a Swedish leveling test in between February and March, and I really wish to pass that one. So I will have a Swedish leveling test in 2026, February, March. And I'm super excited to pass it and see where it's gonna lead me. I am also excited about our podcast journey. I am excited because I feel like 2026 is gonna be me finding new opportunities, either way, job-wise or like internships and stuff like that. So I think it's the year of growth when I actually can do a lot of fun stuff and see where it's gonna lead me. That's for sure. And also, like, I don't know, I have already, like, some cute stuff. I'm turning 30 next year.
That's really nice. That's really big,
Is it?
I mean,
it is.
It's at least worth celebrating. It's a big celebration opportunity.
Nicholas. 100%. By the way, for anyone that didn't know what happened, Nicholas brought himself a beer and didn't bring one for me. Naughty friend. Not very nice.
You were talking, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah, of course. So in a sense, I feel like a couple of years back, I would see my 30th birthday as something that will be like a milestone. Right now, it is quite big, but it's more about closing the chapter of awkward 20s and starting with being right here, right now, the person who I want to be, doing some progress and growth and stuff like that. Like, I know it sounds cliche, but I am happy that my frontal lobe got developed finally, more or less. And I'm not getting involved in like the bullshit I was involved when I was in my mid-20s or even like, 2 years back or something. So that's going to be exciting. And with that stuff, probably there's going to be my birthday party that I'm looking forward to. One of my high school friends is getting married, and that's also going to be a cute one. I think that's my first wedding. That's the first wedding that I have with the people that are actually friends of mine, and we are
really
in touch and stuff. So it's super exciting, and I'm super happy for them.
Yeah. I'm also really excited to play a game we actually played last year as well. And if one of you listening want to play, we're actually going to have the paper you need post on Instagram, so you can see it there. And pretty much Inge came up with this idea that we had this bingo sheet, and you write a few things randomly outside the paper, and throughout the year you're trying to complete all of those tasks and make a bingo. And we did that first time last year, and that was really fun because then you could actually see your progress as well every time you're looking at the paper. So yeah, feel free to play along. But I have to say one thing that we kind of learned doing it last year.
It has to be measurable. Yeah.
If you put in goals, they should be measurable. So like, oh, you don't really read a lot and you want to read more. Instead of putting, oh, read more books, maybe read 5 books or 7 books, or depending on how much you read, etc.
Exactly.
Like always put something you can measure, because otherwise it's very hard to tick it off and be like, oh, I've done it or completed it.
But I would say it's a good alternative for standard New Year's resolutions, because I used to do those long lists, and then you look at them and you feel overwhelmed. With the one we did, we also put, like, I think the idea is like you should put also some small goals that are easy and manageable.
Yeah, exactly, because then you also see the progress, and there's always some hard on your path and some easier one.
And also, like, the bingo sheet we did last year had 25 little squares, so if you put 25, somehow you are able to achieve bingo one or the other way. And then you see that your New Year's resolutions are not for you to, like, I don't know, hang yourself because you didn't do all of them. It's more about you're doing some progress, and that progress is nice and it's fun, and you can see the progress, so you're not gloomy about, oh yeah, nothing changed since last year.
Exactly. It's not like, oh no, at the end of next year I don't manage to finish those 10 things. It's more about, oh yeah, I managed to finish those 10 things. So you can always track your progress much easier. So it's important to put measurable things, but also put things that are not too big as well.
And also, like, I understand that every one of us wants to do like a personal growth and progress and stuff like that, but it's also good to put stuff you want to do for yourself just because they're fun. Try a new hobby. I know my boyfriend put like cooking 5 Indian meals because he wants to learn how to cook Indian food. By the way, he still didn't do it.
Yeah, I think for me, for example, it was like, oh, read 5 books, or since you can hear me now, it was release an episode of this podcast. Like, it can be easy things as well. It doesn't have to be 5 or 10 of everything. Sometimes it's just enough to try once. It could be just try something you always want to try, or I don't know, talk to a new person once while you're outside, or whatever you can think of.
Yeah, like make new friends, have more creative hangouts with friends. Like, let's say do 3 creative hangouts, or just put yourself out there, to be honest, because that's the most important thing, trying and testing new things. Nothing will give you the sense of, like, you will not know if you're not gonna try.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, if you want to share it with us as well, feel free to give us all your bingo sheets and ideas and so on as well. It'll be interesting to see what other people have for ideas, goals, and what they want to achieve as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes you also get the blank in your mind. So
exactly, I see something I'm like, oh yeah, I also want to do this.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
A cool idea.
That's something fun to try.
But also, we have talked a lot about the previous year, a bit about the New Year's and the New Year and what's going to happen then. But how do you usually celebrate New Year's? Like, is there anything you really need at New Year's, or something if you don't have it you miss it, or could it be like you don't really care as much? Or how is your view on New Year's? Because for me, for example, right, when you have New Year's and Christmas so close, I'm more like, oh, Christmas is much more important to me. So if I had to choose one holiday I could celebrate and had to give up the other one, I would always go for Christmas compared to New Year's. But how do you feel about New Year's and in generally all around it?
I think since I grew up in a religious country, the both of the celebrations are serving different purposes. I think for me, New Year's are... I'm a boring person. Like, obviously, I like to party and go out from time to time, but New Year's are one of the days that I actually stay at home. My favorite way of spending New Year's is inviting people and have like a small party at home or whatever, cook some food and get drunk or play board games and stuff like that. I think I could count on one hand the amount of times I was out and about during New Year's, because I don't know, like I think because of the fireworks and the amount of people being out and like everything being so crowded, New Year's are kind of giving me anxiety when I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I also tend to prefer to being at home with friends or family, and just taking it easy and doing it in your own, everything in your own pace.
Yeah.
But I think the last time I was actually out on New Year's were a few years ago.
Time out, Nicholas. We are not telling that story. If you want to remain my my friend, we are not telling that story.
Okay, we'll leave that for another time.
Okay, fast track of the story. So I decided to spend the New Year's in Sweden, and we haven't planned anything. And Nicholas was also staying in Gothenburg, and we had 2 more friends. And I found some party that's supposed to play like love songs, like fun ones. At least on the videos, they played fun ones. So we went to that party with love ballads for singles on the New Year's, and they played a lot of beautiful love songs, but the one that either way you would slow dance with your partner, or they were like extremely sad. So I think it was kind of like not such a fun party.
Yeah, I don't think it was the best idea for us as single people at the time to go to. It was a totally different vibe and kind of party.
Yeah.
But the kind of interesting part was it was totally unexpected because we thought it would be something else.
Yeah.
And then, to top it off as well, like they had this welcome room, the reception where you kind of had some drinks and chilling before they opened the dance floor. But the responsible for that and the DJ were kind of late.
Yeah.
So we almost also missed the countdown for New Year's.
Yes, yeah, that was tight. And then like to top it off, I think at some point I started making out with some guy there. And obviously, as you guys, as the friends do, one of my friends, instead of like, I don't know, maybe deciding to talk to me if I want to do it, she tapped on my shoulder to make sure that like the video that she's making of that.
She needed to make a good video.
I still have that video. It's embarrassing.
I think that's another kind of, at the time it was a very, not the funniest New Year. It was kind of sad and so on. But looking back at it now and telling that story, it becomes a very funny story.
But like we also had nice food before we went out, and then
we should have just stayed at home, drinking and eating the good food.
100%. Oh well, but we have exciting New Year's in front of us. I'm hosting Nicholas for the New Year's this year. We're gonna have around 18 people.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be really nice and a lot of people. So
yeah, you might ask me, how big is my apartment? It's 54 square meters. It's like 3 rooms, but like I don't know how we're gonna sit, since like one of them is office, where literally there is only desk and computer.
To the rooftop, so hopefully the weather will be our friend as well. But we will make it work.
Yeah.
But also, like, do you guys have any New Year's interesting plans as well? Like, what are people doing for New Year's? That's kind of interesting as well, I think. Because like you always plan your own thing, but it's always interesting as well to listen what people do. Like, are people staying at home? Are people going out?
I think like the tendency is always that like you kind of want to do something for the New Year's, and then you start a new year as a mess. Because like imagine going out, and then like I remember the feeling that I had when we went to that party and I kissed that guy, whatever. I had the feeling that like I already fucked up my year. Because I'm waking up hangover. I drank and ate shit the day before, and I made out with some random dude. Anything that like you want to be healthy and like spiritual.
But on the other hand, you can just look at it it was the last thing for the last year, and you have a whole new year to change it.
Yeah.
Did
anything change? Not really.
I mean, we just talked about how much changed this year, though. So you never know the year, right?
Yeah. Exactly. But I feel like sometimes you have to be messy, so then you can be not messy.
Exactly. And I mean, like, since we're talking here now and recording this podcast, and we are in the end of 2025, and hopefully we'll just continue doing another New Year's episode in the end of 2026. So what would you say if you had to record like a 10, 20-second message to your future self in a year when they listen back to this year's episode?
What I'm gonna say to my future self. Hello Inga, I hope you're gonna get your ass together and finally learn Swedish to be on the level of communicating with random people in a store, a restaurant, whatsoever. Also, I hope you're gonna travel a lot and you're gonna either way find a job that you like or an internship that it's gonna be fun. You will smile a lot and have a lot of adventures and family dinners as always. And in general that, okay, the shit is gonna fall down the sky, but you're gonna be happy. So that's my message to myself.
Yeah, that's a really nice and lovely message.
What message you gonna record for yourself then?
Ooh, I would say, let's see where we are right now. I will make a bold prediction. I think that I may have moved until then. We'll see if that comes true or not. I will also say, remember how happy you are with a new job and how good things are, and just continue enjoying and having fun. And to myself, see you in a year.
I think you should also tell yourself that the next year is gonna be full of surprises.
Exactly. You never know what's going to happen. But to everyone out there, have a nice few last days of 2025 and a really good new year. And a
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year and happy 2026. See you next year.
This was Nicholas and Inga, and this was the podcast called Sipaway.
Bye.